Hello everyone, this is Breanna Rutter, author of one of my most popular books, The Natural Hair Bible, and founder of howtoblackhair.breannarutter. For these videos, I love to answer the questions that you all send me via email. So if you have any questions that you would like for me to answer, check out the description box below for more information. This video is because of an email that I received from Alexandra. And Alexandra says that she's trying to keep her ends healthy, and she heard that wrapping her hair helps, but she is noticing that her ends are looking kind of fried, so she doesn't know if she's actually wrapping correctly or if it's something that she's missing. So it's a couple of things that you're missing, and I'm going to give you some advice on what to do to keep your ends healthy and also to wrap your hair properly. So the very first thing, especially if your ends are looking fried, is that you need to make sure that you're always keeping your hair healthy by doing deep conditioning treatments and protein treatments. These are the top two things that's going to keep your ends strong and your ends healthy, as well as all of your overall hair. So depending on which one you need more of, it's an easy way to tell if you understand your hair and how hair works. But if not, go ahead and refer to my website to learn detailed information about how to tell the difference between when you need protein and when you need to deep condition. But for the most part, it's best to balance your hair when you're deep conditioning and doing your protein treatment about every other week. So do that for probably about a month and then see where your hair stands in that situation. Now, my second tip is that if your ends are looking damaged, it's time for you to clip those ends. I know a lot of you email me are afraid to clip your ends, and you often tell me, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. I'm doing my treatments, protective styling, I'm moisturizing, and then y'all forget to tell me about the trims. So make sure you're trimming your ends, because if your ends are split or damaged or broken or have fairy knots and are thinning, it's going to continue to thin and break and make you actually lose length. So trim the ends of your hair so that way it's not constantly looking fried and damaged, and it's not making you lose the length that you would like to have. Now, my last tip that I'm going to say is that this is one of the best ways to wrap your hair to prevent your ends from snagging and causing any damage whatsoever. The first thing to do is to first put some type of moisturizer with an oil on your hair. Making sure you're adding a little bit of water or moisture to your hair is going to make your hair more elastic, so that when you're wrapping it, the ends aren't breaking and snagging. So if you're having this issue, it's probably because you're doing it on dry hair. You have to add a little bit moisture to your ends and a little bit of oil to make your ends very elastic. Now, instead of using a wide tooth comb or a small tooth comb or a brush, use an actual paddle brush to do this. The nods or the nodes on the end of the brush are a little bit gentler on your hair, as well as the design of a paddle brush rather than using a comb. In between the spaces of your comb, you have a very small space depending on how many teeth are on your comb, whether you're using a wide tooth comb or a small tooth comb. And you don't want to do that because it's constantly putting a lot of friction on your hair. So you want to use a paddle brush, because the bristles are spread apart and they're a lot wider, so you don't have much friction interacting with your hair as you're wrapping it. And of course, you got to make sure you're working around in that circle with your paddle brush to get your hair wrapped around very smooth. And then protect your hair with some type of scarf, like a satin or silk scarf, or with a bonnet. But in most cases, you want to put a scarf on, because in a bonnet, it's a little bit more roomy, which actually makes your wrap fall down. So wrap your hair with a scarf at night and incorporate all those tips so that you're doing it properly without causing any breakage. So of course, Alexandra, you gotta trim your ends first, or it's going to continue to snap and pop. And those are my tips that I have for you, so that you can wrap your hair better for when you're going to bed at night, or just to prepare your hair for a style. So that's it. I hope this video has also helped you all who have wondered about that as well. And before any of you go, make sure to sign up for my email list, so that way you'll be automatically entered for giveaways that I do. And also, only there I update you all with exclusive content. So until then, I will see each and every one of you in my very next video.